I think 1-5 doesn't really show our level of play.
Mm-hmm.
I think besides the Mad Lions game that was lost in 3 minutes, we've been playing well.
Hi everyone, this is Tom reporting from the Mid-Season Invitational. With me here is Sven, the bot laner of Cloud9, who went 1-1 today, picking up a win against Pentanet and unfortunately for them losing against Dom1. Sven, tell me, heading out of today, you guys just finished the game against Dom1. What did you discuss with each other at now a 1-5 score and obviously things looking pretty tough for the team?
Well, we need to pick up multiple wins against PSG, Mad Lions, or RNG over the next couple of days. We're gonna hope for PG to win against one of the good teams, and then we'll see what happens. But we aren't necessarily out yet. But we need to hope that one of the Mad Lions, PSG, RNG, and Damwon teams start losing a lot of games, and we can try to take over their spot. That's our last hope. So it's tough, but not impossible.
Yeah, definitely not impossible, but you are now relying on other teams' performances. So, can you tell me, heading into the day, you obviously were 0-4 down, and I can assume that, I don't know, the hopes were already maybe shifting in the team. But how was the mood of the team heading into the day, facing Pentanet, which is presumably a team that you expect to win against, and then Damwon, who you have won before against already?
I mean, coming into the day, we thought what's going to happen is PSG won't beat Mad Lions, RNG, or Damwon, and therefore it will just be us versus PSG to decide who gets the last spot. Obviously, we think everyone will beat PSG, so therefore it will just be like we were thinking. What worst case happens is a 3-7 tiebreaker, us versus PSG. PSG beat RNG. We didn't beat Damwon today, so now we're trailing behind, and we need to win multiple games against the top tier, top three, I guess you can call them. And to beat PSG as well. So we have a bit of a problem here.
Yeah, and what about the confidence levels within the team? How were they? Was the mood in the team still optimistic and hopeful?
Yeah, mood was good today. I think everyone came into the day with a fresh mindset, and we didn't have any problems with tilt or anything like that. Game against PGG was good, and it was a good confidence boost to the day. Unfortunately, we're here for the first game and the fifth game, which is very not super ideal. I think for like mental, you get tired sitting around for 4 games, but overall, I think everyone's feeling good. And even though we lost today, I think everyone's doing okay still. We know it's not over, but it is what it is.
Yeah, how do you then spend that many hours between your first and your last game? As you said, it is a long one. I can also imagine if you're coming off the back of a win, you kind of want to keep that momentum in some way and say, okay, let's go into the next one and win that one as well. How did you guys spend those 5 hours, which is a pretty long time?
I mean, we just watch the games in our player room. We can't really do anything else. We can't go outside. We can't, go anywhere. So all we can do is try to eat some food and stay like somewhat fresh and try to be ready for our game. Talk about draft a little bit and then watch Damwon game versus they played against Mad Lions, I think, or something. I can't remember anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, just watch the game they played before. Talk about draft and go play.
So then you head into that game versus Damwon, which is obviously an opponent, as I said before, you have faced before. You've played against them in the group, and this is another game you play against them. The drafts of Cloud9 in general have been pretty solid throughout the tournament. I think I've seen many compliments of across like social media from experts and analysts who have commented on that. So is that an aspect of, I guess, the tournament that you guys have felt that you have really pinned down and can maybe get some confidence of, for example, these important matches against Damwon?
I think we've always had the thing where we start slow but adapt very well in drafts. Our drafts, first couple of games of the playing stage were terrible. We had these like Orion and Italy Jays kind of comps where we have no CC, no tanks, no combat plays, and then I think now we have much better drafts. We have a lot more tools in our game. So even if the game is looking rough in laning phase or whatever, we have combat plays today, made a lot of picks. We got one kill on Kaisa, got a dragon from that. We killed Nautilus all the time with good movement on the map, thanks to having CC in our comp, right? And I think we killed Udyr one time at the Baron area. We got a Baron fight. We killed a lot of people at that Baron fight. So I think we have a lot better drafts now than before, but our drafts aren't so much better than our opponents that we just win from it. Yeah. I think overall, most teams at MSI have good drafts. I think PG plays whatever they want because they think they can win, but that's just what it is. I think the other 5 teams have, I think, good drafts, and obviously you can tell each team has some champions they ban on both sides every game. Like Down will ban Thresh every single game. Mad bans Svenningsen a lot. So like every team has champions they ban every game. They can't play them or they don't like playing against them. For us, it's Gnar. And you can tell that everyone has their own flair, but overall drafts are pretty close, 5-5 or 4-6 at the worst, right? So yeah, I think everyone at the tournament knows how the meta is and knows what their players play, and everyone knows everything, and it's up to the players to execute on the day.
Right. Let's talk then about that execution and about today. I think the game versus Damwon, for a large part, it seemed like Damwon slowly taking over and they got firmly in control. And then for a second, it seemed like, oh, maybe it's Cloud9 is going to be able to pull it back. You guys win that Elder fight as well. Well, you get the Elder Drake, but then lose the fight. Can you walk me through how that game developed from your perspective, and especially obviously that important fight at the end?
I mean, the early game wasn't as good as we were hoping for. We did get 2 crabs, but we got killed in the early game. Glad we got a top kill off on GP. That was good, decent. We lost the first dragons, which isn't great because bot lane was doing fine at that point. In early lane bot, I almost died in lane 2v2 because I had a good hook by him. Overall, the game was doing fine. In mid game, we got 1 herald, I think, and we were no spot. And then third dragon, we catch Kai'Sa with a flash combo, flash bind, well played by Blabber and Vulcan, and then get Drake. Game kind of stabilized for a while. No one got second herald. It despawned. At this point, we're just calling that Kai'Sa is stronger than Tristana until 2 items because her item decision is bad. Like PD, Kraken Slayer, isn't Collector isn't as good as IE, PD, Kraken Slayer, right? For Tristana. So on that spike, we want to fight. And I think we made a lot of good picks on Beryl. He's made a lot of mistakes in the tournament, and we found that opening to kill him many times. And we also killed Canyon once and the Baron, and we had 1 Baron team fight. That team fight was very, very close. Could have gone either way. We killed a lot of people and we got a lot of control in the game, but that fight at Elder Drake, I don't think we ever win that fight. Victor had much better items, and GP is very, very strong in that kind of fight. Even if I dodged that barrel that killed me 1 shot, I don't think that fight is ours, regardless. But we won the flip on the Elder, but I think that fight we were already outscaled. Victor was very, very fed for a long time, and GP is at some point hit a barrel on someone. And in the river fights, GP ult blocks the whole river. So I think they play well at that point. We don't win that fight. They also have Infernal Soul, right? So if you hit by 1 ability, Kai'Sa W, Big Laser, it's half your HP. So I think we might be able to win a fight in some different universe where we dodge the GP barrel and get Dragon, but it's at that point it's hard to win, I think, when they have Soul. Even if we're technically stronger in items. I have 4 items at the point, so
yeah,
I don't know. It's disappointing to lose, but I think 1-5 doesn't really show our level of play. I think besides the Mad Lions game that was lost in 3 minutes, we've been playing well for the most part. Like, I just think that we are worse than RNG and Damwon, and then Mad Lions is like a tier above us as well. PSG we can beat. We've done it. We can do that, I think. But yeah, I think we're playing the level we can. We just are worse right now, and that's sad to say, but it's the truth.
Yeah. This is the unfortunate truth, but I do think, as you correctly point out, that there is room for nuance. Where a few games you guys were very close to actually winning the game, but then it barely slipped away. So the score isn't directly an indicator of how good the team is at the moment. Still, you're gonna have to close out those next few games, obviously, to have a chance at making it. And I want to know from you. You already mentioned that the mental is still good on Cloud9. That's not something that's gonna affect you guys as much. But looking forward at those next games where you're gonna have rematches against the teams you've already played against, and unfortunately also lost against. How are you gonna prepare for this for yourself, but also what do you think your team needs to be able to do to this time flip it the other way around and get those wins?
I mean, honestly, I'm okay with losing as long as we play well. As long as we play our best somewhat, then I'm okay with it. I think we could have beaten Damwon 2 times now in the Rumble Stage. Both games today and yesterday were winnable. Against RNG, we were in a position where if you ask someone who wins this game, and you don't show the player names or team names, you would think our team will win. we were in a winning position against RNG and Damwon. Mad-Lions game lost in 5 minutes, so it doesn't know what we're talking about happens to everyone. And for PSG, I think we can win that game as well. We were in a state where the goal was completely equal. We got hit by 4-man Leonhold, 4-man Listen Kick, and we just lost the whole game in 1 second, right? And I think we can do better and we can come back and win. I think we can still beat RNG and Mad Lions. It's not super easy and not likely necessarily, but I think we can do it. So we'll see. You say sometimes that when you have nothing to lose, you play the best. So we'll see.
All right, Sven. Thank you so much for joining me today, and best of luck in the upcoming days and in your rematches.
Thank you.